Alright, welcome back guys, this is Demon coming back for another round of the Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, Stormblood. So, if I remember right, we just finished talking with our newfound guest here, Sahi, and learning the Imperials actually want to try to broker, I guess, a limited type of peace where at least both groups can come to a decision on prisoner exchanges. But the odds are here, it's turning into a hellhole. Quite swordsman, is he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador? Both. Red's Kojin's presence here does not bode well. You must inform Lord Hien. Hear me, I hope to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceful circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. Few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least you lived to tell the tale. Damn straight. Not a little deal. I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Nama? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. And to be frank, I still am, but I'd rather doubt the good people of Nama would take kindly to the sight of a man in Imperial uniform. Well, yes, blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. Curioso. We are. Heading back to the Enclave. 100 ducats. Alright. Now where is Yuri? Ah, there she is. Big man! She informed Lord Hien of our encounter with Ray Kojin. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Eorzea, our response must be swift and decisive. Said you have certainly asked my ambassador's escorts. My thanks. To see sincerity in his eyes when he spoke with his army. Feels strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? Thank you for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have overwhelmed us. If we go on ahead, Lord Hien expecting you, remain without, keep watch over our guests. Well, we had better not keep him waiting. Judging by spectacle in Alphinaud's eyes, discussion was riveting. How sorry I am to have missed it. How riveting. As Alphinaud shared with us knowledge of the icons and reminded us of the threat they pose in so doing, strangely comforting though the Empire shares our concern. Feeling refreshed, I trust. We have considered ramifications of this proposal from every angle and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision. Welcome back, my friends. Yugri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yakuza. I'd hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions in Sakazuki. But I gather your time was spent well. Until the ambassador affords Yugri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. Please tell us how it unfolded. Red Kojin, here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? None that I'm aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yorkshire, we will need to increase our patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off, but tell me, don't be modest, was Sai truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. He possibly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. I'm gonna go with that one. I have a feeling. The question of what his true intentions may be remains. For since I am resigned to play his game, for now at least. Oh well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbed in the first place. Oh, dabbled. Why the hell did I say dabbed? Oh, because of dab. Yeah. Dab. Considering you never dabbed in the first place. Yes. It just leaves a somewhat thornier question. Oh, perfect. How to police the Red Kojin? It was the very first question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As cruel, Sano was summoned forth using the power of the relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Though said relics may remain there to this day, it is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their swords of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they want to collect. For this, I enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kojin. Since the Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with the Buchan and his people. With their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon Susano. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed, and I will give full credit to Sai for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. First, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? Yes, of course, but what matter of business? Past mistake which I would see put right, one which has weighed heavy on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose. But with no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Garleans shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
Yay.
Did Gorsetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
I mean, you don't want to see him back on the battlefield, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Although I do agree, I think he's getting too old. He shouldn't be on the field. Alright, so let's see what everybody's got to add to this. No idea Yotsuyu returned. Weighed so heavily on Lord Hien's mind. Oh yeah. Let's say if Tsuyu's predicament is well to calm, but Gosetsu seems certainly convinced. It seems that Lord Hien has reached a decision. The uncertainty is in his eyes, his ways give to resolve. Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care. All that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see the business through.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all, if her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango. How
Yep.
dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Okay, my lord, but has he not gone over long? Perhaps I should call myself Kazutsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories of her condition were all just that. But, alas, it is as you say. So do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. Stranger, I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you excuse me, my spears are long overdue a report. They will be late to hear of our agreement. Of that, I have no doubt. Okay, as for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yangxia. Take time, of course. Well, we would assume it would take time. Why wouldn't it? So that's it to go, of course. You may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until you return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there's one other matter. I'm informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Ah, please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under circumstances. Fortunately, I was a good company at the time. Glad the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgression, those children would have needed saving. The people of Doma suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it the hands of the Kojin, or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Till we meet again. Tetsu, as before, I leave you to you. I'd like the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. Oh, why'd you show me an animation of me walking outside, but then keep me inside? I won't be in here. Jesus is angry. My dear sister memory does not return. I pray you take good care of her. Although we had made a wise decision, our superiors will be pleased. The honored sight of her stepbrother might bring Yotsu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. If only our previous skies with the Empire had been so cordial. Here's to the future, I suppose. I'll pray the Imperial attack hanging over our heads. We may devote our energy to dealing with Red Kojin, and then there will be nothing left to impede Doma's restoration. Our airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off. Oh, oh wait, I don't have to oh, there's God. There's God.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
I don't like that look. He beard.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Oh, he look angry. He look really angry. I think I just felt my leg crack in like 4 places. Different parts of the joints.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Somebody got yeeted.
What in the... Reinforcements? No, just one! Cut him down!
He just murdered them all. Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains means to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Yeah. Why you act weird around him?
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
I just sat there and said I killed your master's ass.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age. Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
I'd be talking crap if he was doing that. Just like, remember that time where I killed Xenos? It's like, no, neither do I. I got him to kill themselves. Remember when I kicked his ass, though? Just shut the hell up. That's how you set him off. Jose, why the frown? Did he say something to upset you? Well, you looked as if you're about to faint in the Bastion's arms there for a moment. Nope, didn't talk to you, Gree.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
The gentle frame up as always, and then shadow.
Of all the memories to witness. I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos. My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugidi. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
Make my character feel depressed. Oh god, my ankle. Makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, till his possible emotions simply got the better of him, remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord would have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. So proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and Garlean's prisoner made ready for the exchange. But need not concern yourself with the details. Take the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, mayhap it be best if we remained in Guyane. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Asai's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. To Gugani then, Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. Soon we shall see if Asai is true to his word. If not, I'll be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. Ooh, really? But if you saw the ambassador as an indication of his true nature, this prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than a mere happenstance. That's a valid point. Okay, it does say go back there. Okay, I was a little concerned. I didn't see where it was telling me to go. Gotta get up. The crossing of the lakes position. You gotta love Prenzel. It's always good to be in Prenzel. Man, I cannot wait till the day I actually have, like, you know, an actual computer desk, computer chair to sit in, nice and comfy. Those are gonna be fun days, man. I didn't even get my goddamn armor break. I feel so sorry for my left arm because I lay on it all day long. It's like the only two ways to get comfortable. At least if I was like sitting in a chair, I could like lean back a little bit, sit there comfy. Be honest, I'd probably get one of those like feet heaters or something. Put on. Oh, that'd be great. I think that actually does sound like a good idea. It's a good future. Get one of those like massagers for my feet. Oh, that would help them recover. Welcome back, Hydaelyn. We heard the good news about Gozetsu. I knew you'd find him. Since we have nothing else to attend to for the moment, perhaps this will be a good opportunity to look at the present state of Garlemald. I should probably speak with Tataru first. Don't envy Lorien so much. Rest on his decision. It seems you're all quite the predicament. Quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured we will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're discussing ideas to replenish our coffers, but I suppose that all can wait if urgent news comes through the office. About that, I wish to apologize, Taro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the silence, even if it means drawing upon my own personal funds. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. Stormblud's business proposition is as promising as it sounds. Hydaelyn should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Why do I have to do it? Give me Hydaelyn, it would seem I am unwilling to heap my financial troubles upon you. I swear I'll pay you back. Though I fear I'll struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire, and Apriol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Alright, the more we know about the politics of Garlean, the better our chance of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do about Sahi's apparent resentment towards you, we cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, what choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Sahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift. I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty.
Oop, I double clicked.
Who are you? Who are you?
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
That ain't good, he's still alive. We're all gonna die. Our punch costs we wait and see, and if all goes as planned, we will recoup the cost of goods that is played 10 times over. More often than not, it seems opportunity is wont to come knocking when the Scions are about. So long as you and yours remain here in Gugani, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself. Sai is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all, Lord Hien has done, and the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration. Well, unfortunately, I do have to end the episode at some point, and I guess now is as good a time as ever. Again, another lack of action, but further in the story. I forget when we started getting more. I think we're getting close to another action one. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't actually remember. But with that, guys, all I have to say is this: please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, come back, talk to Alpha out here, and see what stage the quest leads us on to next. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.